Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of King's Cubed. This episode's going to be a little different, just like most episodes are. This one's a little bit kind of sporadic. I didn't really plan this one that much, but basically this is going to be a StarMade build tutorial, because I've had some guys, some of my friends asking me how to do some stuff in StarMade, some simple building stuff. This game has so many build tools that it's absolutely insane. Learning to use the advanced build tools in this game really makes, it really turns your builds into freaking amazing stuff, because you can just literally, once you learn how to use it, you unlock the game's potential and you can do some really cool stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so basically what I've done is I just created a small station. I just created a station block, put a shop module on the underneath, and then put a build block on it. And this is basically my simple little platform. Then I put 100 by 100 platform here to build on. So it's pretty simple. This is just basically for the tutorial. I'm going to be going over basically all of the features that are in the advanced build mode. For those who don't know, and that's the reason why I'm making this video, is because there are people out there that don't know, and I have a friend who specifically asked me to be able to show them how to be able to place multiple blocks and do like copy paste and stuff like that. And so I'm going to be showing that off in this video. We're going to start off with showing you how to actually do the advanced build mode. Advanced build mode, you just hit the control button. If you're on a Mac, then I'm assuming that would be I don't know what the button is on the Mac, so you'll have to forgive me for all you Mac players out there. I'm not familiar with the Mac system or the Mac keyboard. I know it's a little different. Whatever the control button is for the Mac is basically what you'll want to hit. You'll hit that key, and then it pulls up this cool little menu thing over here in the side right here. This is really cool. It has a whole bunch of different features. First of all, first thing I'm going to go over is the fact that it has this button right here. This is the remove mode. It basically, you kind of see right here, this allows you to see what's going to be being removed. It still allows you to place blocks like you would normally. And the other cool thing about build mode, or advanced build mode, is it gives your mouse free movement like this, and so you're not having to go around and place blocks like this the whole time. Oh, and when you go out of advanced build mode with the remove block thing set, it will still stay the same until you go to turn it off right here. But anyway, so basically it lets your mouse free float, so you can do all sorts of little cool designs and almost like paint practically with it. And then there's another feature right here. It's called lighten. This feature basically makes it so that say like underneath here, because it's shaded, it's darker underneath here, so I wouldn't be able to see as well. So if I wanted to be able to see really well, to be able to place like say if I'm building like an inside of a starship and I can't really see what's inside it because it's all dark, and so what I would do is I would hit this button right here, the lighten button, and that basically clears up the interior, and I can put down subsystems and stuff like that and make it really nice. But it makes building inside your ship so much easier because you can actually see what you're doing. And anyway, so we're going to go ahead and turn that back off again. Now, the thing that a lot of people don't know about, and that actually helps them out a lot once they find out about it, is these fun little sliders right here. These right here allow you to place multiple blocks. Yay, see? Boom, boom, and boom. Voila. See, look, I have this nice cool looking thing right here, and I did it in like 3 seconds because I have this set to 59 blocks going on the X direction. Now these have multiple different directions, like you have, like right here, this, now I have now I have an even taller one. Oops. Oh, that's also another cool thing, is they actually have an undo button, which is really cool. But see, now I have that. And then when you want to remove a block, though, when you want to remove a big chunk that you've just placed down, you have to go over here to the opposite side and hit that, because just the way that it works. But at the same time, you can just hit the undo button now, so you don't even have to do that. Alright, so let's see here. Of course, there's the undo, and there's the redo button. It allows you to redo what you've undone. Let's see. Oh, and you can actually change the defaults. Because default, this only goes up to 10. Right here, it only goes up to 10. I have mine set to 100. And the way that you change that is you have to go into your actual StarMade folder and find your server settings. And then you have to go into the server settings folder in code editing program, or even just Notepad, and find the actual line setting that says player max build area, and then you can set it to whatever setting you want. It's recommended not to go over 100, because if you go over 100, placing, if say you place 100 by 100 by 100 cube, that's 1,000 blocks right there. 1,000 blocks. You place 1,000 blocks, you're gonna lag your computer out. If you place over more than 1,000 blocks at a time, you're gonna be lagging your computer out hardcore. But anyway, so yeah, alright, so the next feature that's really cool, let's reposition ourselves a little bit. The next feature we're going to talk about here is the copy paste feature here. That's located right here. Right now you only see the load and copy feature because I don't have a template selected yet. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and load a template. I have a whole bunch of different templates. I have tons of templates because I love the copy paste feature. This feature like saves so much time. I have so many. Anyway, go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and I think I'll go ahead and spawn one of my basic. Here's a basic. Where is it? Yeah, basic modular cube. This is I came up with this really cool idea for making modular ship designs and stuff, but this is basically just a modular ship. Alright, so now I have a template. I have a template selected. It doesn't actually tell you what the template is, so you kind of have to remember. But then you just hit the paste key, and voila, you have your template right here, and then you can just take it and you paste it. And if you have all the blocks that are required in your inventory to make this, then all the blocks will just get placed and it's all good. Now I'm going to demonstrate the copying portion of this, and we'll go ahead and edit this a little bit. We'll save it, or we'll copy it, and then we'll paste it. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to use this. We're going to go here out to 9. Out to 9. Oh, that's too much. We want it to be at 8. Alright, so And we'll just do that. Voila, we have a floor. We'll do that. Voila, we have a ceiling. And let's see, we want to that and go up. And voila, voila, we have walls. And then we can go ahead and take a light here. We have a light. Go here. And we'll just place down a few lights just for the fun of it. Voila, we have a very basic hallway. Very basic. And what the heck, we'll add some wedges to it. Now wedges, really fun. You can change the wedge direction just by scrolling the mouse wheel. You hit the control key and you just scroll the mouse wheel. Now we're going to go ahead and do that. Wedges are really nice because they help you to make things look prettier. Because you gotta make things pretty, because like everything has to have prettiness. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, this wedges are really nice, and there's a whole bunch of different ones too. Yeah, like one of the things we're always saying on Mushroom Fleet is it needs more wedges. Everything needs more wedges. You can never have too many wedges, because it always looks better with wedges. Alright, so now, here we go. So now we have this really basic, really simple hallway right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our build area out to 10 by 10 by 10, because that's the area of this cube here. Now we're going to hit the copy button, and we're going to place it right here on the corner. And if your object isn't an actual square or a cube or even just a rectangular prism, you'll have to actually go out and place a block in the spot where you're going to want to copy paste and where you're going to want to copy, because otherwise you're going to end up, you're not going to be able to copy the area that you want to copy and stuff like that. So, but then you just copy, and then you hit the paste key again, and voila, we have it there. And one of the things that's really nice is that you can actually rotate these these copies, and you can place them however you want to place them. Let's see here. Okay, voila. Now isn't that awesome? Now we have a nice longer hallway. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? That's a big hallway. For reference, the average person is about 2 blocks. So that's a big hallway right there. That's a really big hallway. But so basically, and then to turn the paste off, you have to make sure you turn that off, because otherwise you'll end up placing where you don't want to be placing. Yeah, and that's the thing about the advanced build tool stuff, is you gotta make sure, especially when you're using advanced build stuff, to make sure you turn your stuff off. Because if you leave your stuff on accident, I mean, that's a lot of, I mean, sure, you have the undo button, and the undo button is your friend. Undo button is your friend. Because a lot of times you'll forget to turn something off, and oops, I made a big mistake. That's gonna take hours to clean up. Well, now all you do is hit the undo button, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Anyway, now the next thing I want to talk about is the Symmetry building planes. These are very helpful. Very, very helpful. Alright guys, I'm back. Alright, so let's see here. Symmetry. Symmetry planes are really cool. You can either do odd or even symmetry. Odd symmetry is kind of interesting. So you have odd symmetry, goes along the line. Like it's actually really easy to just show right here because of this grid system we got going here. Odd symmetry, or not odd, even symmetry makes it so that you go along the block's center, or goes along the block's edge, which is kind of weird because then you can't actually have a block run the exact middle of your ship. And so a lot of people, most people use odd symmetry, which puts the symmetry line down the middle of the block. It helps out a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean really a lot, because you can have, you just want to make sure you do your symmetry odd symmetry, because it just makes things so much easier. Naturally, this one here is 10 by 10, so it had to be done with, if I wanted to use symmetry on it, I'd have to use even symmetry for it. So, yeah. But anyway, but here's an example of how symmetry works, and how copy-paste can also be your friend with symmetry as well. Let's see here, we'll place this symmetry line right here, and then we'll say we'll put a symmetry line right here as well. So then, let's just like place some random blocks here. We'll just do that. Just kind of a funky looking shape here. But as you're noticing, whenever I place something here, it mirrors it over there, and it mirrors it over there, because I have two planes of symmetry going on here. Now, I can take this copy-paste system, and I can go out, drag it out to where I want it to be here, say, that's about right, and then I'll drag it out to be about there. Okay, that's good. And then we'll copy. Of course, at the same time, though, as you noticed, if I copy, I'm just going to copy the ground underneath what I'm wanting to copy. So, that means I've got to make sure that I place a block in the spot where I want to be, or in the corner of the spot where I want to copy. So then I go here, and then copy. Now I can paste, and look at that. Look at that. It changes the shape based on the copy. And I can also do different directions, and I can just create these crazy shapes. It also helps a lot if you like do some more simple shapes. Like say, let's do like just like a simple like L, something like that right there. Just a simple little shape like that. Let's see, that's 3 up, 2 over, and 2 over. And we'll take this and we'll copy it, and then we'll paste it. And it's just gonna do stuff like this. And just kind of change it around and kind of manipulate it, and we can have like this crazy looking weird thing, and just do like these crazy little fractal art stuff. Like it's stuff like this that makes advanced build mode so freaking cool, because you can do stuff like this that just, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. Look at that. It looks like some kind of weird Borg Unimatrix. I don't know what to call it. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so, and then of course I can copy this entire thing and I can move it somewhere else if I wanted to. That's the glory of this. Anyway, we'll go ahead and turn that symmetry plane off. That's another thing. Make sure you always remember you have these symmetry planes going, because if you do forget to turn one off, then you could end up building, say you forget to turn this symmetry plane off, you start building over here, you're going to end up building some stuff over here, over by my awesome ship that I've got going here. I built that a while ago. I haven't actually done a review on it, but I think it might have been in some I think Tom might have done a review on it. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, that's for a later date. But, so, there's that. And then, let's see, the next thing I wanted to show you guys is, of course, you have the odd, and then you have this button right here is kind of cool and kind of important, too, to remember to have. Because if you're going to be placing down blocks that are rotatable, not necessarily wedges and stuff. Wedges are automatically taken into account, but say like a light rod or a plant or a gravity block or something like that that needs to the rotation is going to be important. And you want to mirror the rotation of that block. You want to turn this on right here, because then it'll mirror the rotation. So if I place a gravity block over here that's going this direction, then it'll place a gravity block on this side that'll be going that direction. So now, anyway, let's see here. What's next? Oh yeah, build helper. Build helper. Build helper is cool. Build helper is awesome. Alright, build helper helps out a lot. Yeah, no pun intended. Alright, so let's see here. Restrict build area. This is really fun. This is really cool. We're gonna start off with the circle. Alright, so we have that. Now the circle, basically what the circle is gonna do, I put out a radius. Now a radius is only half of the diameter of the circle. So you gotta make sure that if you want a circle that is, say, you want a circle that is 20 blocks, you want a circle that's 20 blocks wide, then you want to have it have a radius of 10. Now if you want it to be flat, if you want your circle to be flat, then you want to take the X rotation and you want to put it out to 90 degrees. Now I'm going to be doing it a little differently because I'm thinking of doing like an arch or something like that. So this is going to be out, I'm thinking this is the direction for it to go out to, let's see, 90 degrees. Alright, let's try that. Alright, so that's awesome. Now, gotta make sure to turn paste mode off here. Alright, so now you just pick the spot where you want it to be, and then you just put it down. Now, naturally, I still have symmetry on, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to go ahead and select my build area. We're going to have it go up to 10, since that's how high it is. We're going to put those back. Well, maybe we'll increase the size of this here. And, yeah, perfect. Boom! Voila, instant circle. Or instant arch in this case. So, now that you've seen how that works, we'll show you how the Taurus works. The Taurus works similarly. You set the Taurus radius. Oh wait, the Taurus. No wait, cancel. That's not what I wanted to show you guys. Not yet. We'll show you guys the ellipse. The ellipse is basically making spheres and stuff like that. Because they can't call it a sphere thing because you're not always making a perfect sphere with this, because it gives you all these different options. Now, you'll notice that it's kind of missing the rotation and stuff like that, because you're not actually going to be doing any rotation with this, because you're basically just going to be giving it a radius. We're going to give this one a radius of 10. And we're going to give it, it's basically just going to be a perfect circle of 10 blocks. Whoops. There. Alright. There. Now, we're going to place this right here in the middle. I'm guessing this is the middle. Right about there. Perfect. Now we're going to take our build area. And we're going to set it to 10 by 10 by 10. And build. And build. And then we can just turn that off, and voila, we have a perfect ellipse, which then we can wedge. Go in and add wedges to it to make it look prettier and awesomer. And you can kind of clean it up, and this is where, see, this is where the lighten tool comes in handy, because boom, you can see what's underneath. Awesome. Anyway, all right, turn that off. That is pretty cool. Now let's go ahead. We're gonna show off the Taurus now. Taurus. We're gonna make the Taurus is gonna be a little bigger. We're gonna make it. We'll say we'll make the Taurus itself is gonna be out. Oh, that's a bit bench. Make the Taurus itself is gonna be. We're gonna make it be 15 blocks, and then the tube radius is going to be 5 blocks. And then now we want the rotation to be 90 degrees. Alright, now look at that. I'm getting some frame drops here. Alright, so we're gonna put this right there. Look at that. Oh man, my frames are dropping bad. Anyway, so now you just take this, you take your build area, and then you can just build away. You don't even have to worry about like where you're building or anything, because the build helper just automatically builds for you. Just places the blocks where you want them to be. And once again, I apologize for the frame drops. I don't understand why it's doing this. My game has been kind of funky since the last update. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the update, or because honestly, my game hasn't been able to go over 20 or 30 frames per second, no matter where I'm at. So I don't know what that is all about. So hopefully it gets fixed soon. But yeah, oh well. Anyway, it's good enough to be able to show off this little tutorial. So, but anyway, so there. Now we have a perfect Taurus, complete with frame drops and everything. So you can go in and you can wedge it and everything, and that's the advanced, that's the build helper. The build helper is really nice. It helps a lot with building circles and cylinders and all sorts of different stuff, you know. It's really useful. I can't really explain how useful it is. It's just, oh my gosh. The micro JJ prize that I built, I wouldn't have been able to do it as quickly if I hadn't had this tool. I used this tool heavily when building the disc for that ship. And actually the nacelles on the body, I think, were used as well. Anyway, so now the next tool, now this is really cool. This is a really cool feature, and I'm really happy that Schema implemented this feature, and that is pick, remove, build, remove, replace feature. This is really cool. It's a filter that allows you to pick a block that you want to remove. And you can also decide to replace that block with another block. So let's go ahead and do a demonstration here. Say I put down, let's see here, this is for like an example, one of the usefulnesses of this thing. Say I put down a whole bunch of shields right in the center of this big blob of stuff right here. See? Boom. Voila. Oh no. What am I gonna do now? I completely covered up my entire build right here. All the gray hull's gone. I'm gonna have to start this whole thing over again. I'm gonna lose all this copy-paste work and all this. Oh, yeah. Fear not, my friends. This awesome filter will allow you to just go in, find the shield block capacitor here, and then you can just do that. Click on the remove feature, and boom, remove it, and it doesn't touch anything else. Voila! Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Alright, now the other cool feature of this feature is really awesome. We're gonna go here, we're gonna just go ahead and search for gray hull, and then we're gonna replace it with the current block we have selected. And the current block we have selected is white. Actually, let's go ahead and use brown. So we have that, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go in here, and we're gonna write on the hull. Isn't that cool? It's freaking amazing. I love this feature. And I'm not gonna have room to finish writing this. Oh well. Oh, and another example of why you gotta make sure that you turn your symmetry off, because especially if you're writing something, this can be kind of annoying, because you're gonna end up having a mirrored word on the other side. So if you're wanting to put like a word on the side of your ship, you gotta make sure you turn your center symmetry line off, because otherwise your word on the other side of your ship is gonna be mirrored, and it's gonna look weird. So anyway, but so that's pretty much all of the basics you need to know about the advanced build mode. It helps out a lot with building things. It's unbelievable how much you can do with the advanced build tools. And I'm really glad that Schema put all these in there, because it helps out a lot. I wouldn't have been able to build most of the builds that I have built without these tools. I recommend learning them, because if you can grasp these tools, you can be a master builder. I know that it's possible. Anyway, so I'm glad you guys came to watch this video. I'm probably going to be putting out some more build tutorials and stuff like that. That'll be kind of fun. I've never done it before. I wouldn't necessarily classify myself as a master builder yet, but I know that I'm getting there. I'm getting a lot better at building stuff, and I've got some really cool projects that I'm working on, and I want to share the knowledge that I've learned, and so I'm going to go ahead and start doing some of these. I'm going to start with some simple like little things that I've done and I've learned some little techniques that I implement and stuff like that, and maybe even show you guys some like tips and hints on doing starship interiors and stuff like that. There are lots of other build tutorials out there. I know Rabin has been doing a really cool school of design. He does a really good job at that. He's a really good builder, and I really like some of his ships. He does a really good job, and he does a really good job at explaining how to do some stuff. So yeah, so look him up. I'll probably have a link to his videos in the description. But anyway, thank you guys for joining. If you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button as well, and share this video around. I want to try and get King's Cube out there to everybody out, and get the word around, that we are a thing. Anyway, so without further ado, see you later, alligator.